What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my settings in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. I tend to make about one of these settings videos every season or so just to keep you guys updated on what my most recent settings are. If you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below if this video helped you. For starters, we're going to talk about my controller because I do use a custom controller from AIM. There will be a link down in the description below to their website and a video that I made in the past kind of going over more detail how I have my controller set up, and you can use code EvolveJake on their website for a discount. It is a mystery discount for this month, so it's supposed to be a surprise when you go to the website and check it out and after you build your controller, but it is a decent amount. It's greater than 15%, I'll say that, but it is supposed to be a mystery. But I use one paddle for sprint. You can have up to 4 paddles. Digital triggers, you can hear them click. Digital buttons, it just makes it super sensitive, so you can get the best response time out of your controller, but AIM controllers will be linked down in the description below, like I said. So for starters, full screen 1920 1080, VSync off, frame rate limit 240. I use performance mode. A lot of people comment about the graphics of my gameplay sometimes and ask why it looks like that. That is performance mode. It's a setting that's designed to make the game run as good as possible on PC. 3D resolution 100%. I don't use any colorblind settings. View distance on medium. We'll get to why that is later on. Textures on high. I used to play low textures, but I saw a Jarian video and he talked about how playing high textures on performance mode gives you the best input delay and you don't really have any sort of hit to performance. So I started doing that a few days ago and it felt good, so I just haven't really changed it yet or gone back to it because it felt fine. Both of these settings off. Meshes on high. This is also why I have view distance on medium, because for some reason if you have meshes on high and view distance on near, your meshes are low, and this is a setting with the builds. It makes it look like mobile builds, whereas high meshes, the builds are a little bit more detailed and you can see through the cracks of the wood and the cracks of the brick a little bit, and that's the reason why I use high meshes. I've thought about using low meshes. I might try it in a day or two and see, actually try to get used to it. I never really liked how you couldn't see through the walls at all. Your wooden or brick walls, you can't see through them at all in low meshes. But I do have times where in a build fight, my frames are just not as consistent, and that's why a lot of pro players play on low meshes, just because it's more consistent, even though it looks bad. Toggle sprint, I have off. Auto open doors, I have on. Mantle activation, I have its hold jump. Hold to swap pickup, I have off. Some people like this setting, but I've heard that it kind of causes a delay when you go to pick up weapons, so that's why I have it off. Toggle targeting off. Mark danger when targeting off. Auto pickup weapons off. Preferred item slots. I used to have this completely set up. Now I just have it as shotgun on slot 1 and SMG on slot 2. The reason why I use shotgun slot 1 is because if you play on controller, the act of taking walls defaults you to slot 1. So if you go pickaxe, builds, and then back to gun, you'll be on slot 1 afterwards. And odds are if you're taking somebody's wall, you're going to want to be on your shotgun right away. So that's why a lot of controller players put shotgun slot 1. And then since you can only swap one direction per button click, a lot of players like having their SMG next to their shotgun, and then I usually put AR slot 5. The reason why I changed this is because in Chapter 3 Season 4, it was a meta where we were just using pump and then hammer AR, or prime shotgun and then hammer AR, and it kept messing it up when I had AR in slot 5. So at this point, I just have auto preferred as slot 1 and 2 SMG. And the main reason for that is because early game, if I get those 2 weapons, I want them in that order. Aside from that, preferred item slots isn't that big of a deal to me, and I can kind of sort it as I go throughout the course of the game. I really don't like things doing it on its own, but having those 2 like that for early game can be nice. Auto consort consumables to the right, I don't have that for the same reason. Reset building choice I have on. This is going to make it to where every time you close your blueprints and reopen them, you'll be on walls again. Disable pre-edit, I have on. Some people have this off. I've heard that it gives you better input delay on your edits or whatever if you have this off, but I just never liked pre-edit, so I have it on. I probably should have it off though if I really wanted to take the time to get used to it. Turbo building, I have on. Confirm edit on release, I have off. This is a good setting. A lot of people like it, but I was already used to double edit keybinds by the time they added confirm edit on release, so I just don't use it because I feel like I'm better off without it, and like I said, I just never used it really. I don't think these matter. Tap to search. This is a big setting. If you don't have this on, this is so nice. It makes it to where when you go to chests or ammo boxes, you can just tap the search button rather than holding it. And okay, I think that's it. Reticle damage. So this is a setting I changed recently. When these settings first came out in Chapter 4 Season 1, it would mess up aim assist if you had damage numbers on list or on cumulative, sorry. But that has been fixed. They fixed it in like January, I think. And the reason why I didn't change it initially was because I liked List with the old meta with like Thunder Pump into like Pistol. I really liked seeing exactly how much damage each individual shotgun shot did. But I think the current meta is pretty different with the Havoc Pump and SMG and Zero builds. You don't want to be swapping as much. And I feel like I get in a lot more situations where I pump somebody and then I swap to my SMG and I'm just spraying them down completely. And I like seeing exactly how much damage I've done to them total in that circumstance, because if my SMG is getting low on ammo, I want to know if I'm going to need to swap back to the pump to finish them, or if I can just commit to the spray. Since the Havoc Pump doesn't have the best swap time, I feel like the way you want to use it is different, and I find myself much more kind of committing to like one shotgun shot and then the spray to finish them if I'm able to hit a decent shotgun shot. I still don't like the reticle damage feedback, so that is what it is. And yeah, I don't know if any of this matters, but this is what I have on that stuff. And here are my controller settings. Auto run off, build immediately, builder pro on. You definitely want this on. Edit hold time and slide hold time, doesn't really matter, just whatever you like. Vibration off, I don't really like vibration. So these default settings are interesting. There's been so many rumors about what these do. But Tommy made a video, it'll be linked down in the description below, where he tested all of these different default settings. Regardless, even though you can't use them, like you have to turn advanced off to affect them. And you would think if you're using advanced settings, they don't matter, and they shouldn't matter, but there's a lot of rumors about them mattering. And apparently it affects your frame rate in some way. Like I said, Tommy tested it. His video will be linked down in the description below. But if you use 7 or 10, allegedly you get better frame rate than if you're not using it. I know that sounds incredibly bizarre and it makes no sense, but like I said, he tested it. I'm not going to go through and test it myself, but yeah, that's why I use 7.7. Build mode 2.2, edit 1.7. I like having a lower edit than build. I feel like when my edit is too fast, I really choke a lot of shots after making edit plays. 41% look and vertical, I like using the same. None of that matters. 12 ADS. Allegedly, if you have your ADS turning boost ramp time at 0.20, even though I have these at 0, just for some reason having this at 0.20 makes your aim assist better. Have no idea if it's true. I don't test those things, but once again, that's another rumor that goes around in the community. There's a lot of weird rumors in the Fortnite community about that sort of thing, and the way I look at it is, if they're right, then you can use it and it'll benefit you. And if they're wrong and it doesn't do anything because I have these at 0, then it's not hurting me anyway. So that's why I use that. Look dampening time at 0, linear, 100% aim assist strength. Left stick dead zone 14%, right stick dead zone 12%. I used to use just 10-10, but when I switched to the high textures, and allegedly that, you know, made me have lower input delay, my sense felt too high, so I turned my dead zones up slightly. This doesn't matter, I don't think. These are my audio settings if you care. I think high sound quality and 3D headphones would be the only thing that matters, and then visualize sound effects. That's how people get the thing on their screen that like shows them where people's footsteps are and things of that nature. And then for my keybinds are actually very, very basic because I play claw. Triangle edit, square reload, circle switch mode, X jump, right stick crouch, left stick toggle pickaxe. I have sprint on the D-pad, and that is what I use my paddle for. One of the main things with these controller binds is you want as few things doing multiple actions as possible. So like, for example, one of the default binds is switch mode and edit, and this adds some delay to your editing because the game has to try to figure out if you're editing or like doing switch mode. So yeah, and you'll see my triangle is edit, and then on my edit, my confirm is left trigger. That's what I was saying about double edit keybinds. That was kind of a setting that came about, or an idea of settings, where you bind your edit and your confirm edit button to do to two different actions or two different buttons. That way you can do them better in quick succession. It's not as big of a deal anymore because confirm edit on release is out, so you could just use that and it's easier to go. But yeah, that is why when I said I don't use confirm edit on release, because I was used to double edit binds before they added it. That's what double edit binds are. I don't think really anything here is that specific or noteworthy. But yeah, that's going to be it for my settings, guys. I hope you guys found this helpful and informative. If you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below if this video did help you out.